Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the follow-up commit for the month of April 2020. My name is Jerry Moreno. As we see, we have news last March of the company. I'm appointed as purchasing manager. Then I think we should give a start to meeting of the new project and in the import of 1,000 funds, which will be brought next July, taking into account the different variables that we have to keep in mind: quality, price, and delivery time. As we already know, we have to carry out the activities with the good timing, analyzing the delay of the goods entering Colombia. Due to the pandemic situation can generate a bad impression if there are failures in the middle of the progress. Next, I leave you with Jency, our commercial manager, who will help us by making the connection of her area. She will inform us to the status of customers, everything related to the orders that have placed on the funds, they payment terms they handle, and what the documents that they need to complete to purchase order. To also take into account how well they have been able to manage advertising campaigns, obtain new results in the market.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jency Lizeth Salamanca Barrera. I am the commercial manager. According to the means of payment to be able to make the import, there are five means of payment that we can choose. The one that is easier for us and the one that is easier for us to make the payment. Truck and transfer. a, a check, a payment order, a remittance, or a documentary credit. The documentos required were pro forma invoice, commercial invoice, packing list, and the certificate of origin of which they are missing the transport documents. Our logics manager will ask more about them later. As commercial manager, I want to emphasize the importance of being able to fulfill what I have committed to, which are 1,000 fans initiality. 500 must be distributed urgently, which are orders placed in advance by our customers. For this, I have researched home strategies that can help the fulfillment of commitments. As a team and from the different areas of the company, we must be committed to achieve the expected results. We must establish objectives and be certain of the total import of the funds in order to meet our customers' needs. As commercial manager, I am at your disposal to guide each one of you with the doubts that might arise in the process of the nationalization, distribution, and invoicing. There can be no error in the purchase process. Please report an eventuality and we will give you a prompt and quick solution. Likewise, we must take into account that we have a time which we cannot break because that will give a bad image to the company which will make us lose customers, decreasing sales income.
Very good, Jency. We appreciate your commitment. We see that the commercial area is up to date with all the process. We continue with the logistics area. We continue to GZ to present the nationalization report and its progress.
Gisette, welcome to the company. My name is Gisette Valencia Ortiz. I am the logistics manager. To put it in context, the nationalization process trans three main moments. One, pre-inspection. Two, annual declaration and customs. Three, slip on customs duties. The report on the nationalities of the 1,000 fans is as follows. 1. Take into account that the merchandise is rallied in Colombia in the customs warehouse. Authorization was requested for pre-inspection prior to the presentation of the import. Declaration and the other documents and the moment no doubts have arisen about the description, serial numbers, identification or quantity. Two, regarding the import declaration, taking into account that the import value is equal to here greater than 5,000, the annual declaration of custom value must be filed out. This is a support document for the import declaration, which determines the customs value basic for the payment of custom duties of the goods being important and specify the expenses incurred in this operation. 3. The liquidation of customs tax, custom duties, and VAT is made through the import declaration. The payment of this tax is made before the financial intermediaries in the custom office or the century compute system operation. The forms are made electronically. Finally, according to the Comstock Statute, the main directive before the DIAM. 1. Legal emits that carry out imports that immediately do not send the full value of those dollars will add personally and directive through their legal representative or attorney in fact. Two, natural person will make imports that individually do not exceed the value the $1,000. One mocks on personally and directive. Three, travelers in the dispatch of their launch. In work cars and the taking into account that will exceed $1,000, we must hire the service of a customs agent to carry out this process. Accordingly, the customs agency has big contracts and meeting is scheduled for next week to define the delivery date. As you can see, it is a long process and there are many variables that can be a cash use. I hope we manage to receive the funds and start the distribution processes in the established times. The distribution process for the initial 500 will depend of the agency delivery date.
Thank you very much for updating us the progress your area has made. Gisette, will remain attentive to the results of the meeting scheduled for the next week to define two delivery dates. As I mentioned it before, we must have emerging time attached so that if there is delay, it does not cause us inconveniences. In addition to this, I will need a detailed report from the logistics area that would allow me to see what are those variables against the distribution process that may be generate a delay in delivery times and generate strategies to mitigate the margin of error. The next aspect to review to the end the meeting, and there it's accompany us to in the sales area, taking into account that important of funds, half of them are already sold. What new customers you have managed to capture and what sales strategies are being present by the sales department.
Good morning, my name is Andrea Quevedo. I manage the sales. I think into a code the work in UMed. I have generated sales strategies using word import counts. The sales strategies the import price in to include the share in the price of the item. The sales department have generated the following strategies they right new customer. One, one point establish the objectives. Second point research the market. 3 point plan strategies. 4 point serve customers. 5 point promote the company. 6 point follow and performer indicators. Therefore, with which and new customer generating loyalty of the existing ones and as with had gained commercializations of the fans were making canon were different those that with help. Okay, and punch. Sec- 1 point Houston, 2 point Calendi, 3 point Lincoln sales solution, 4 point yes where, 5 point soon. Where the most important thing is to be one of these first nationalities so that it do not present one inconvenient since this world generic consequences that words comprises all.
Okay, thank you for your participation. We are waiting to define a new follow up date to validate the progress of the process.